Good day, and how in the heck are you? My name is Al Weissman, and I want to welcome you to the latest and greatest installment of the In a Nutshell TV show. We have something a little bit different today. Usually we have live groups or individuals come on our show and perform, and it's a lot of fun. Today we have a guest who's a member of the Chicago musical community. You may have singing in his role as Joliet Jake in the Blues Brothers, B-L-O-O-Z-E. Brothers at different times in different venues and festivals around the Chicagoland area in Northern Illinois. Or you may have seen him at the Black Ensemble Theater. One role for which he received recognition was that of Roger Ebert in the Black-White Love Play. Mm-hmm. That must have been pretty cool. I didn't get to see that, unfortunately. Is it on video someplace?
No, it's not, unfortunately.
Oh. Last year, Kevin was married. And since then, he's been employing his talents as a songwriter, choreographer, and actor to create music and music videos. And before that time, he was doing that as well. But it seems like you've got a little extra added emphasis now since you've been married. Mm-hmm. A little more inspiration, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And so how are you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming around. We would like to discuss your new music video, Man About Town.
Sure.
Yeah, I was watching that thing several times through. It's interesting. It's interesting. You have written and recorded music in the past, yes?
Yeah, I've written, as I said, about 50 songs in the past, and but I didn't want to release them. It was more so I was just experimenting and going through phases, as one would say, and it started last year with Something Good Is Coming Down that I wrote for my wife, and
nice.
And Man About Town just the second.
You might find, as many people who have been on this show have told us in the past, that they write the music and they just leave it there. And 20 years later, they go back and take another look at those songs that they wrote that they never really, thought were quite what they wanted them to be. And all of a sudden, they had new insights. They can shape them or change them a little bit, and all of a sudden, it's something that's they like to share with the world. Mm-hmm. You might find that to be true one of these days.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. How did you come to create the music video Man About Town?
Well, it started with my friend Derek Goshenauer, who directed me in a musical called 9 to 5, based on the film. And I loved the way that he put that show together and brought the concept together and directed my character. I was playing the boss at the time, and he said, I think I could come up with something, when I asked him to direct my first music video, that he's the guy I need. His vision is something that I respect. And we got together at a bar, at a little restaurant, and he started drawing out all the concepts for every single scene in the video.
Wow, you don't often hear about that in the music video.
No, not at all. And it was like a stack of papers with all these pictures on it, and he's like, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be a date night. It's going to be you and your wife. You're not going to be married in the video. It's going to be your first date, and everybody's going to look at you and join in, and we'll use all these different locations. I said, this is just genius. I was like, it's so cheesy but cute and funny at the same time. That I think this is something that people would really like. And he put that together, and then we found some cinematographers out of college, out of U of I actually, that were recommended to me through a friend of mine that I did an independent short film with years ago. He said, you might want to try, my friends here in college. And I was like, I didn't know what to expect. Either you're going to get a college project or you're going to get a professional piece of art. And what they created was just pure magic, and it blew me away.
So was there any autobiographical aspect to this video?
It kind of it goes back to my wife and I's first date. My first date with her was actually at PS Pub in Wheeling, and I sang to her on my first.
Did you really?
First date. So
okay.
It was really cool. And Derek had no idea that any of this happened on our first date. So, and I met my wife through a show that her and Derek were in together. So it was like a big connection there that he kind of predicted the future of what would happen, and this video kind of made it come to life. And so it was based on our first date, you know, and I wanted to have all my friends that knew us involved.
That must have been an amazing first date. There's a lot of cool things that happen in 4 minutes of a video.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we tried to make that, you know, pop it out a little bit more.
This is not your average music video, I can tell you that right now. And at one point, he employed his wife in this movie, a band, a team of dancers, but not to mention miscellaneous people in a crowd situation, or various crowd situations. Scenes were shot at different locations, and at one point in time you were singing in one of the locations in front of a band. Mm-hmm. And I noticed that some of the people in the video are actually people that I thought I knew as members of the musical community in Chicago. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, you know, it was all people I knew. I used some of my friends. Earl Rosen, who is well known in the Chicago musical community.
Yeah, Delores and I noticed that.
And you know, my friends Tim Vance, Jorge Bermudez were the joggers. My friend Dustin Rothbart and John Boss were the hobo and the passerby. And then a lot of the dancers were at Dance for Me Performing Arts Center in Elk Grove Village was one of the locations, and Vicky Alfiverick, I can't pronounce her last name, so I apologize in advance. She reached out to me and said, we would love to participate in this, and I have a ton of dancers for you to use, and you know, I'll choreograph this thing for you. And I was like, oh my God, you're a godsend, thank you so much. Yeah, let's do it. And she choreographed this whole number. She brought all these people together, had the patience of an angel, because there was a lot of people there, and some people could dance, some people couldn't dance. Trying to get people to dance was another thing, you know, and that's always a challenge. And, you know, it was a little bit of, it was really cool, because I brought in featured dancers that were professional. My friend Artem is a award-winning ballroom dancer, championship ballroom dancer.
Really?
He travels the country and does this stuff. Another friend, Matt Pospecial, is a professional tap dancer and break dancer and all around, you know, nice guy that I went to high school with. I haven't seen him since high school. It was cool to bring him in, you know, and he amazed us. So to have everybody come in and donate their time and have these amazing talents, you know, and people I knew, people I didn't know, and how it all came together, you know, just with Derek and Lincoln Rogers, who is the cinematographer, director, or not, you know, who was behind the camera, and his crew, and the way that these two would work off of each other throughout the whole thing. It was just fluid, you know, fluid movement. It was crazy. It was crazy how it all came together. I was so nervous from the very beginning on how I would be involved, you know, and how the process would be. Having this be my first music video, but as I said, it was just pure magic, and I don't know how they did it in 4 days.
Wow.
4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
I know Delores has made some music videos, and they're not inexpensive to make. But you don't have to get specific.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you how much it cost you to make the video, but it looks primo. I mean, it looks like you've probably spent a ton of money on that thing.
Nope. No, I mean, you know, one of the great things about working with kids in college is, you know, it's they want the experience, and they want something that can boost their resume of the stuff that they're working on. And these guys have only done a few videos in the past, and they mostly shoot live concerts and whatnot. And you know, Lincoln's been shocked about how far this video has gotten, you know, within a month or two. And he's like, I've never had anything of mine get this far. And I said, well, you should be very proud of yourself. I said, this is a piece of art that you made. And, you know, so they worked on a really nice budget for me. And so and as I said, the people that participated donated their time, and I'm just very grateful.
That is excellent. That is really cool. Now, the storyline seems to suggest the urban, working, and middle-class social milieu in which many millennials find themselves. And although you may look at it as autobiographical, I think it's something that a lot of people can actually identify with. Mm-hmm. Do you think, was that part of the goal of this, in making this video?
I mean, not so much. It was kind of, we wanted to create a fairy tale element, of a young couple that is, he is this man about town. Everyone knows who he is, and everyone knows that he is the guy that has everything going on for him. Sort of autobiographical of me and what I'm trying to do with my career right now. But I never really looked at it from a young point of view. But I guess you could say that in some aspects, but in other aspects, not so much. That's a really good question. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I would have to say, all you have to do is say yes, and it would you'd be brilliant because it's beautiful.
Thank you. Yes.
But I appreciate your modesty. Mm-hmm. Where can people buy a copy?
They could buy this on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, CD Baby, Google Music, basically every online platform.
And I've heard you say, I believe in other interviews, that this is one of a set of I don't know if it's all going to be music videos or just recorded music that you're going to be working on for the rest of this year?
Yeah, I'll be releasing a song a month. My previous single, Something Good Is Coming Down, is going to be my next music video, which will be shot in November. Same amount of days, 4 days, we get it done.
Wow.
And I'll be releasing a song a month. Since 2 are already released, I'll be releasing one in September this month. October, November, and then December, we're going to bunch it all up as an EP and release it, and start making the merchandise, the Man About Town shirts and everything, and
naturally, and
start branding this whole thing. This is just the beginning of this whole journey, and every music video every song will have a music video. So it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be a journey that I'm really excited for.
So are they all going to be sold as singles, or are you going to bundle them together?
Every one of them is going to be a single, and then we're going to bundle them together and make physical copies, because not everybody buys online nowadays.
Oh, sure.
And when we start playing out live with our band, we want to be able to have physical CD copies that people can play in their cars and whatnot. And
sure.
So we're gonna definitely make physical copies and merchandise and brand the whole Man About Town, Newtown thing. It's a genre I'm trying to create that I've mentioned in past interviews and whatnot before, which is called Newtown, N-U-T-O-W-N. It's new Motown, which is a little bit of the old mixed with a little bit of the new. So you got the old sound of like the Motown, like the Temptations and the Four Tops, with a little of today's Bruno Mars, Justin Timberlake, that Michael Jackson kind of vibe, and you clash them both. And that's what I think my music is for today's generation.
Very cool.
Can't you see it's the same effect on me? I don't know how to show you exactly how I feel, 'cause tonight I'll remind you these visions I have are real. You hold the key to my heart, baby, and you're the stars to my moon, and I believe it. This overwhelming
your Man About Town? What's on the agenda?
Well, we're going to be performing Man About Town on WGN Midday News September 20th, which I'm really excited about, and that'll be with the full band.
Okay.
Horn section, everything. And then October 19th, I'm going to be on Nocturnal Journal with Dave Hoekstra on
Okay.
WGN Radio. We got Man About Town rotating on a bunch of college radio stations right now, which, for a young guy like me, that's one of the coolest places to go is
Of course.
the college radio stations. That college crowd needs to hear it. And then in October 24th, I got invited to Las Vegas to perform Man About Town with one of my dear friends, Frankie Marino, who's a 5-time Billboard charting artist and 4-time Entertainer of the Year. He's one of the most incredible artists I've ever seen on a stage before.
Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you. So we're really excited. I'm really pumped for that.
Is there a venue yet
Yeah,
selected?
the South Point Casino and Resort, and it's been a dream of mine to play Vegas, and now that it's finally happening, and the journey's just beginning.
Are
So.
you taking the whole band with, or?
No, he has about the same size band as mine, so
Okay.
I'm going to be performing it with him and his band is learning it right now. So it's going to be really cool. It's going to be filmed, and it'll be all over social media.
Wow, that'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be fun.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
I mean, check out my song, check out Man About Town, and keep following me. I don't have all the social medias, but I'm on Facebook, and as I said, I'll be releasing a song a month, and every song's going to sound different. What I like to do is not make everything sound the same. My first single, Something Good, is coming down, which you can also get on all available online platforms. Sounds completely different than Man About Town. And the next 3 songs are so different from each other that you're going to be thinking to yourself, how is this possible? So I like to create something different and unique and expect the unexpected. So
That's great.
Yeah.
How interesting.
yeah,
Well, I wish you nothing but the best of luck with that.
Thanks.
Really. And maybe when your next one comes out, you could shoot us a copy of it, and we could do something with that too.
absolutely, would love to.
Okay, great.
All right,
All
thanks
right.
for having me.
Thanks for coming around.
Yeah.